Today's topic, phase. Phase, phase, phase. It's all about the phase. We're going to demonstrate the effect that things being out of phase has on a drum, and then we're going to do it with the guitar. It's going to be really, really obvious on the guitar. The thing with guitars is a lot of the times you can get a great sound with one mic, but a lot of the times you're using two. I commonly use a 57 and a ribbon mic, like my Audio-Technica 4081, or sometimes it's a condenser, sometimes it's a condenser and a ribbon, whatever. Just using multiple mics to capture the sound that we're looking for to fit the music that we're recording. What I want to do today is we have two SM57s on here, which I've actually done in a real recording, but what I want to show you is how something sounds when it's perfectly in phase, and then we can actually flip the phase on the console, and you're going to hear the sound almost disappear. Then we're going to move this mic back, because one issue I've heard before is when multi-micing a guitar that the mics aren't perfectly, like the capsule, and say that if I'm using a 57 and a ribbon, I don't have the capsule and the ribbon aligned, maybe things are off a little bit. And that'll thin your guitar sound out right away. And it only takes an inch or two and your sound completely changes. All right, I'm gonna stick headphones on so I can hear what's going on here. So first off, everything's in phase right now. Just, ladies and gentlemen, Tao. Give me a riff, brother. Cool. Now he's going to play that. I'm going to Hal, will you flip just up on the console, flip the phase about 2 bars into him playing, okay? And then flip it back out. All right, go for it, dude. Cool. You guys hear that? We lost the signal almost completely. Almost completely lost the signal because we have two, for the most part, identical mics in exactly the same position on the amp. Now that's almost a 180-degree flip to where, where actually the polarity is out. So now what I want to do is what's more common in our daily practice is things are a little bit off and our sound is thinning out. Now this will start to sound kind of like a phase pedal, right? All right, make sure we're in phase, okay? Cool. Go ahead and play that same riff. So you hear as that mic moves back, you get about those capsules maybe 1.5 inches away from each other, and it starts to thin out right away. When I got one 57 just to the back end of the other 57, once again, we almost lose the signal. We're almost perfectly 180 degrees out of phase. So now, this is the basics of a phase pedal, right? Play that riff again. So if you don't want to use a phase pedal, you get one of your buddies to come over and move the second mic around. It's a lot more fun than just hitting a pedal and doing it. So if anytime that you're using more than one mic on an amp, take the time to make sure that you get the elements lined up, or if it's a ribbon and in the capsule, whatever, and really listen. It's easy on a DAW or your hardware or whatever to flip that phase, and especially if you're using two similar mics, that sound should thin. If it's already in phase, when you flip it, it should get super, super thin, like disappear, sound awful. Then when you flip it back to normal, you know it's in phase. But take the time on a guitar, drums, whatever, to make sure that it's in phase. The kick drum for me. Let's start off with the kick drum. Sounds like a kick.